What's up and welcome to CompuMod. I am C-GuL and today I am going to show you in Wildlands how to get the longest shots possible in single player and possibly longer shots in multiplayer with a little help from a friend or two. First up, let's talk about your skills. First thing you want to do is get yourself ready for this shot. You're going to have to go to your skills menu, and in your weapons section, the first thing you want to fill up with skill points is the stable aim. At the moment we are getting up to 65% movement reduction in the aim, which is going to help a lot, especially on the long distance shots. The hipfire spread you're not going to have to worry about. Grenade launcher, ammo capacity, vehicle destruction is no problem whatsoever. The advanced suppressor might help you, but we're not going to use a suppressor for the reason that the suppressor is going to have the shot take longer to get to the target. Time to aim, also not a problem. Ammo retention, not a problem. The only thing you do have to do is get at least one skill point in each and every one of these sections to get to the ranged elite. Once you have one skill point in each of the sections here, your ranged elite comes into play, and it increases your weapon accuracy at long range by 30%. And that is very helpful for this long range shot. Okay, second piece is the weapon you are going to use. I wanted to use the HDI in the beginning because it is the highest caliber rifle with the fastest shot and the longest range. And I was going through the whole setup for this weapon, and first of all I went for the scope. The T5XI Tactical is the longest range or the biggest magnification scope there is in this game. I think it's about 6 times. I'm not sure because it did not state the actual magnification level as they do in something like the G28, which they say is a 5 times scope. If any of you do know what the exact magnification is on the scope, please leave it in the comments below. Next off was the magazine. There is no bigger magazine, but the very important part is the long barrel. Go and find the long barrel for this gun. It will help you quite a lot. As you can see, the standard barrel brings the range down quite a bit. If you do not have this weapon or any of the parts yet, you can always check in the parts list, go to the scope, and at the top corner it will tell you where to find the scope. Same with the weapon. You can see while the weapon is selected, it will show you at the top of the stats bar of the weapon, as it does in these weapons, where it says access the store to unlock this item. It will tell you where to find this weapon. Now, as I mentioned, I did want to use the HDI sniper rifle for this shot, but there is a point where you can unlock the Desert Tech HDI BDC. Now this weapon is insane. I will show you a video clip real quick here of what this weapon can do to a vehicle. You cannot customize anything on this weapon, but it already has the more powerful, the highest magnification scope on it that you do get in the game. It does have the long barrel on it, and it does have a suppressor, but you can remove the suppressor, and that is what we want to do. We want to remove the suppressor. Okay, next step is where are we going to do this shot, and the decision was pretty easy. There was the option of going all the way down here and doing it in the Inca Camina region, but it's too many hills. It's wide open spaces, but the hills and everything might come into play in doing a very long range shot where you want it to be an open flat area. Obviously the next choice was Kowani. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct, but let's go with that anyway. We're going to go all the way up here to the Kowani Air Base, and then Kowani Bravo is the place you want to fast travel to. I am already here, and while you are here, you can set yourself a checkpoint right down here where the two roads converge, right across from this little building indicated over there. So we're going to go there, and we're gonna do a couple of tests before we actually take our shots.
Taking the bike.
Okay, we are here. Now let's see. This poor fellow up here, if we can just find him real quickly. I can't do this with the drone because there is a signal jammer and it has a very big range around this base. First what we're going to do is we're going to find this guy. He is supposed to be the... there he is. Can we spot him like this? Maybe... oh, there he is. Okay, there we go. This is the poor fellow that will be our target for this shot. First test we're going to do is see how far we can go with that tag staying on his head. So let's try it without any assistance first. Okay, it seems that the tag on the sniper's head has disappeared just after 600 meters. But there is something that I have discovered that's gonna help us a lot. Okay, so we are back here and I have tagged our sniper target again. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna run backwards up until 500, say 50 meters. And from there on scope in and keep on going backwards until it disappears again. So we can see how far we can go without losing the tag on our target. I'm gonna fast forward this a bit for you guys, because this might take a while, because as soon as I zoom in, it's gonna be a walking speed, not a jogging speed as it is now. And there we have it, just above 1.5 kilometers. 1.5 kilometers is the maximum range we have for taking a shot like this or any long shot in single player mode. So let's see what we can do in multiplayer. Okay guys, next thing I want to test is multiplayer. So I have my buddy Jace over there. Say hi, Jace. Well, good morning at least. And yeah, Jace is there by the chopper, still spotting our poor target over there. And what we found was that if I back up with my sniper rifle, scoped in as we did the tests before, somewhere around 700 meters the tag disappears. Let's see. There we go, it's gone. So for some reason we can only go 700, little over 700 meters in multiplayer. But we're gonna try one more thing. Okay, so now we are at 700 meters and we're gonna see if this tag is gonna disappear again. My buddy Jace has grabbed the target person and went all the way down there just so we can hold the guy still and see what we can do. We've passed 750 meters and we still have the tag on him. So it seems like the tag stays as long as somebody has the guy in his hands. But let's go all the way back to what was the limit, 1.5, just over 1.5k, and see if we can still see the tag. Maybe we can go further. Okay, so we have reached 1.5k and we're gonna back it up as far as we can and see if it goes past the point that we reached in single player and if the tag disappears. As far as I know, Jace's tag shouldn't disappear. The enemy tag might, and let's see what happens. And we have reached 1.7 kilometers or kilometers, depending on which side of the world you are, I guess. Anyway, so it seems like the tag won't disappear if you have a buddy holding your target. I'm gonna back this up as far as I can and see which one disappears first, either our target or my buddy's tag. Either way, we're gonna find out what the maximum limit is we can shoot somebody at. So we have reached 4 kilometers and counting. It seems like we can go pretty far with this, but I doubt that the gun will reach this distance. Besides, we have already tested that each of these mil dots should be around 300 meters on the scope. So we can only go to 3.3k. Let's go on and see what we can do shot for shot. One more thing I want to try before we get to the actual kill shots at the different distances is that we can see him at 4k. We can see Jace, we can still see the tag of the enemy guy. But what if we release the scope? Well, look at that. We can still see the spot. So it seems like in multiplayer you can just go with your buddy, somebody grab your target, and as long as they have him in their arms, that sounds a little lovable, considering you're going to shoot the guy, but you can go in extreme distances and try your shots. So we're going to try these shots one at a time now and see how far we can go. Let us test the range on the scope. While the range settings according to the mil dots and the rifle, we will need to see which mil dot or little stripe there is what distance. Now, from the previous HDI, the normal one you can just find in the map, you can do about 300 meters per dot or per setting, stripe. I don't know what you want to call it. Let's call them mil dots as the professionals do apparently. But with this gun being more powerful, I'm gonna judge this one at 400 meters on the first stripe. So let's try this out and see if I can settle this shot a bit. See what happens. 400 meters it is. Next up, 800 meters. Let's see if it is aligned with the second mil dot. Well done, 800 meters is done. So I'm gonna continue on with this per mil dot and see if we can get to the single player limit first, and then we will go on, rejoin Jace, my buddy there is gonna hold someone for me, and we can see how far we can go with this scope on this specific gun, that's to say. Okay, let's go for the first real long shot in this game. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to aim a little bit above the mil dot. Because of previous experience, I've noticed that the mil dots don't scale up exactly 400 meters every shot. So let's see what we can do. We're not going to aim where he is supposed to be, down there. We are going to aim a little bit above that. So let's see if this works. Let's cross the mil dot with the tag on his head. Come on. And there we have it, 1.2k. Okay, so we are back with my buddy Jace over there, trying to wrangle the poor guy that's gonna die in a bit, I hope. I'm gonna drop by half a mil dot and see if you can't see the shot. Shooting to your left, sorry, your right again.
Yeah, you hit the Jeep.
I hit the Jeep, I saw the explosion. Okay, so
it's gonna explode.
move, dude! And there it goes. Okay, so okay, that was a little more accurate. Okay, that was 1.2. Okay, I'm gonna try on the mil dot now. Just to your right again. Jeez, that's far.
Oh, yeah, you hit something.
Okay. So the bullet is reaching you
I heard it.
still. Okay, let's go for 1.4. 1.4, okay. This is gonna be in between the mill dots again. Let's see. Okay, and 3, 2, 1. Anything?
That hit right in front of me about 10 meters.
Okay, so yeah, the shot was a little low on the scope, so.
Yeah, you're gonna kill me.
Well, at least friendly fire's not on. Okay, let's do 1.5 and see if it's gonna work on the next mill dot. On the mill dot, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I can see the bullet coming. Yeah, it's still in front.
How far, more or less?
Like 70.
Wow. Okay, so that we've found the heavy drop point of this bullet. It doesn't want to go past say 1.4. I'm gonna try the next mill dot and see what happens if it goes over you or not. If we, I don't know. Okay, now I'm gonna shoot next to you still. 3, 2, 1. I got the guy! I got the guy! Oh wow, that took forever for the shot to get there, but still. Okay, I got the guy. Right,
I'll
alright.
get another.
You go get another guy, and meanwhile, we're gonna check what that registered as. Alright, that registered as 1450 meters. Holy damn, what a shot. Okay, so we are actually, let's see if we can max out the scope, like right on the last mill dot. And that would be the utmost range you can kill someone in this game. I've still got a shitload of space behind me to back up some more. Come on. Where's the little line? Oh, there it is. And send. Oh! Hey, if it's not on video, it didn't happen, dude. Look at that. Alright, let's
just moved it like 1 meter, just press forward like 1 time.
Oh, I'm so glad we actually got that. Let's check out the stats. 1,569 meters. Holy shit. What a shot.
As far as it gets.
Yeah, no, there's no way. You can't get any further than that. That's like a... You can only equal that record. You cannot break it. There's no way. If anybody...
Unless they take like the bullet shop.
Yeah, okay, they can maybe go a meter or two up, but that's like the outer limit of this gun, and this is the gun with the longest range in this game. Anyway, Jace, thanks so much for all your help. Thank you everybody for watching. If you want to try and attempt to break this record, please go ahead and link the video in the bottom in the comments, and I will gladly check it out. Oh god, that was so close to death. But I'm still alive. Anyway guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.